Hi everybody, it's Tommy Giddy. Welcome back to Dark Souls. I know that was a pretty poor show in the last part. I didn't really get to talk about it. Well, I didn't really want to talk about Artorias because I knew how quick that fight was going to be. So I actually got a summon. Somebody actually popped up today. But Artorias is very, like as you saw, he's very aggressive. He's always pretty much. There's very few moments in the fight where he's on you, where he isn't on you. Sorry. And he is pretty much constantly trying to like that attack. I don't get that one either. Sometimes that I avoid that attack because that's got a bit of a shockwave. But again, it's sort of just having an extra body in there that can make the difference. Just, yeah, okay, they get extra health. I just bumped my mic, I apologise. Yes, they get extra health, but then they also focus on them so you can get some hits in. Yes, Artorias is very aggressive, as you can see. He's always on one of us. He's got several different attacks, like with the sword, with this gunge that has come from the abyss. Now, something you'll notice in the cutscene in the last episode was that his left arm is broken. It's just sort of hanging there. It's just flopping around. And this is to be believed, well, I'll talk more about his arm later. Now this is a point where you could attack him and basically stun him. You see, because there would be a big sort of explosion there normally, whereas my summon actually helped me there and hit him and knocked him out of it. I was going to say something else then. Yes, he's all very aggressive, but the thing is, whereas say where Gwyn is very aggressive like this, but the thing is with Gwyn's fight I feel is easier because you can parry Gwyn. I don't think you can parry Artorias. I've never, I think I've tried, but I've never actually like managed it. But this is what I'm saying. He's sort of different to Gwyn in the fact, like I say, that I know, I feel like he's harder because the fact is, the fact, because of being able to parry Gwyn, you know, gives you that edge. You don't have to roll around, you don't have to worry about this. But with this guy, whew, whew. There is something I do want to bring up though. Earlier in the last episode, which should have been yesterday's episode, hopefully I've put these up right. Elizabeth mentioned that he has nary a murmur of dark. This has been interpreted a few different ways. That he is not human, and thus has no humanity. And that's why he's sort of hollow. See, I'm actually very close to this. I kind of want to keep the red tear stone, but that's obviously the danger here. Don't. I don't even remember forgetting on this one. Yeah, okay. But yeah, so it's not thought that Artorias is human. Now we do meet the other two of the Lord's Knights, because obviously we met Ornstein way back when in Wano Londo. Now I don't know if Artorias isn't human, does that make Ornstein human? I wouldn't have thought so then. Oh, look at that, just tank through it and get a nice fancy finish. Thank you very much, Mr. Sunbro. But yeah, we do meet the rest of the Lord's Elite Knights. Now, coming through here, we're gonna get to the bonfire. To the right of me now, actually, do I go? Yeah, I do. This is the arena. This is the battle of. I'm not even gonna try. This is the arena where you can obviously fight people, you know, that want to fight, you know, rather than sort of say joining a fight club or getting invaded, whatever, one of the two, whatever. What was I talking about? Yeah, we do meet some of the other knights. In fact, we're going to go meet one now. So we come back into sort of the Colosseum. The township is a nice little hotbed for invasion, so you know, be careful with that. You fade into restarting the game, that will have Kiran appear.
You. Is that not the soul of the man who fell on this spot? He was a dear friend. I wish to pay proper respect with that soul. Would you be willing to part with it? Thank you. You are very kind. Please take this. I no longer need it. May the Lord guide thee. May the Lord guide thee.
Yeah, she gives us her weapons. They're very good weapons. The Gold Tracer, very nice in the left hand, the left hand. I'm not going to talk. I don't really know too much about the weapons. I don't really use them. Yeah, she made this little grave and she wanted the soul to pay proper respect. Now I decided to give it to her just because you can kill her, get her weapons and her armor, and then still obtain, and still have the soul to use, which you can then make his weapon, which then puts the total of the Artorias' greatswords to 3. Yep, there are now 3 Artorias' greatswords in the game. But that was probably before before real thought was put into Artorias and his sort of story and such. But now picking off some of these bloated undeads. I can't remember if these are called bloated undeads, because then there are the other bloated undeads in like the painted world. I think they are bloated. Well, whatever. These bloated head guys, because the item is called bloated head, is what I'm referring to. Which is a very interesting description as well. Yeah, this is Ulysses Township. You do get well, I get invaded a lot here. And it's pretty tricky, honestly. I've just completely gone blank on what I was talking about, and I don't even know. Well, whatever. We're just going to continue on our way, and we've got... Oh, nearly knocked me off. Much like with the other undead, they've got that sort of flail attack that can just do so much damage, and these guys are strong anyway. Like, they can take a lot of hits. I've mentioned this before, but I do not have a lot of health. This guy is the sorcerer of the bunch, and he has the dark magic that is within Ulysses. I'm trying to think. It's just a pain. The magic is really strong, and people sort of abuse it, much like a lot of magic. See, I can see his sign back there, so I don't know how he got back there. Hiding out here. There we go, very nice. Coming down here, and coming back up, pops us out for Marvelous Chester. What was he shooting at? Yes, Marvelous Chester has decided to invade us. He's a bit of a prick, really. Come up here! So he's got his sniper crossbow. He's got this sort of weird back kick. He also then throws rose petals at us. Nearly got me here. Here's a reference to the... I can't remember what their names are in Demon Souls, but they're people who have very similar masks to it. And I think they use crossbows as well. I've not played much of Demon Souls, so I don't really know. But yeah, here's sort of a reference to them. Because the fat guys, the one similar to... Die, thank you. They are in the Dark Souls art book, like the small one, not the sort of big fancy one that they released afterwards, but the smaller one. They're in that, and obviously so is Chester. There's a couple of things that are in the new content that was in that book. I've actually cut back to come talk to Chester now.
Oh, you. You have quite some nerve, or are you just thick? Fine then. What is it that you need?
I don't know why did I buy 2? I guess I didn't have many anyway.
Did you really slay Knight Artorias? I'd heard the Abyss found him first, but even still, that's absolutely treacherous. Yes. Believe it or not, Ulusil has brought the Abyss upon itself, fooled by that toothy serpent. They upturned the grave of primeval man and incited his ornery wrath. What could they have been thinking? But to you and I, it's all ancient history. You have to ask yourself, does it really matter? I'll be seeing you if you survive your travels.
You're right, Chester. It doesn't really matter.
What now? You think this is
Just
all
plugs
my
me right in the
fault?
face.
How very, very petty of you. Very petty indeed.
And he's dead. I do like Chester. I think he's very cool. I like his voice. Very good voice acting on him. And we're back here. We've got someone here. I do actually go back. I do remember this, that I do go back and I actually pick up his gear. It was sitting up on the ledge where he was. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, the art book and such. But anyway, we're back here. We're going to go down deeper into the township. And I've summoned Artorias, it seems. Got a new friend. Sorry, I'm itching my ear now. I'm trying to look at what he's got. I think he's got Artorias' sword. Or is that a Black Knight sword? Doesn't really matter. Watch yourself. So these guys do a lot of damage. What is he? So I got the bloated head now. Oh, you silly fool. Okay, well I know. So that's the problem. I do that all the time when I get summoned. I go to heal. And they then Estus for me. Okay. That is one of the new items that you just heard. These little carvings that get thrown on the floor and they say different things like hello, thank you, I'm sorry. They're pretty cool, but I still prefer a good bow. Yeah, the sorcerer is kind of the big deal. Hi. There's a little runt. Just gonna get this guy and bonk. Go back, please. Thank you. Now, I believe... Oh, no, okay, well, never mind. So there's some stuff over there to the right. And I don't pay attention to it here, but I'm pretty sure... Well, I know that I do go get it later on. This has a mimicry, and this is actually one of the carvings that I was just talking about. Very good carving. Where would that go? I'm surprised it didn't go into my slot, actually. Like, straight away. Because obviously when you pick up a new item, it does go into that. More undead down here. And we've actually got a sorcerer over there in the distance, which can be a bit... Oh, I'm just sort of messing around. And what they are using is the silver pendant, which was the item I was referring to getting just a moment ago. I do go get it, so it does help because it reflects the dark magic back. So I'll let them heal themselves. Very cool. Yeah. So we're heading into like sort of like the lower depths of the town, and you can really see the cause and effect of the abyss opening up. Like Chester was talking about, that how Lucille called it upon themselves. And it's very interesting because he does mention a toothy serpent. Not necessarily by name, you know, that could well be Frampt or Kath. Kath probably maybe more so for being tied to the abyss. But again, Frampt then maybe because to go attack Kath or something. But again, don't really know. But again, there could obviously, there may well be more serpents than just the two that we know of. Oh, these guys have a good chance of dropping shards as well, green shards. I'll try and shoot this dude. Yeah, I don't know, I can't seem to hit him because there's like an invisible wall right in front of him. And he can't seem to hit us with his magic, so... No, nothing to see. Oh no, he can get down. Alright. Give him a little top up. Don't thank me, help me. You see, the magic does a lot of damage. So there's one of the sorceries there, Dark Fog. I can't remember what one that is. Again, I don't really use them, so I don't tend to know. Like here, I mean, we're walking across a building that's collapsed and is now on its side. This is an elevator that takes us back up to Township, like at the very beginning. Which is very handy. Very handy indeed, in fact. They've got They've got quite a few elevators throughout Ulisil. Maybe they're just a sneaky bunch full of shortcuts. So we've got two sorcerers there, one guy here, but there are two more either side. I'm just pulling this guy up just so it's easy to then hit him. I timed that all wrong. And a waste of...
Thank you.
a waste of Anestus there. Well done, mate. Now... a little bit... That so should have hit you then. Yes, we got... These two guys are very nice. Oh man, I'm so good with this IO. I just love the IO. I love its moveset. Just that sort of quick... is great. You know. the silver pen can get pretty annoying. I'm trying to think what move that is. I think it's Dark Bead. That's annoying as hell. Oh, I remember what happens now. I'm just trying to go through thinking, how does this run end? And I remember how. But anyway, we've got the chained prisoner here. And looking at the legs, you can kind of see that it's one of the Stone Guardians. Or at least appears to be. I think it's been tied up, chained, and has pretty much broken loose. The Abyss has sort of took hold of it. And will drop one of, if not all of the set of the chained, the chainmail set. They give you one last trick before the next bonfire. And having that guy on the left, he doesn't respawn or anything, so... Wait, no, I think he does. What am I talking about? Does he? I don't remember. Now here we got another bonfire. This is a little dungeon. And again, you can just see how the Abyss is basically just broken through that wall and has just like ripped bars apart. Remember, funny there, I could have basically sent them home you know, black crystalled them out and rested the bonfire. But I'm not like that, so I don't really want to. Like, if I was the summon, maybe I would have black crystalled out, so they could have, oh, very nice, I agree. You know, they could have rested at it, but doesn't really matter. Now, I don't know if you can really see it, but there are a lot of red eyes waiting in that darkness. Which are all these bloated undeads waiting. Yeah. Where with that dark magic? I forget how many's out there. I think it's 3 undead, then 1 sorcerer. I'm trying to think what item is back there. Dark bead. Yes. That is the that's sort of like the spread one that we'll see. Like shoots out so many, like in a sort of a straight line that fan out. Oh, and large titanite shards, sorry, not just green. But the way they fan out, multiple ones can hit you if you're close enough, and they just wipe out your health. And it is absolutely crazy. Anyway, coming to the close now. I've been Atomic Yeti, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.